Hello, welcome to Nana's Journey, and today I'm going to start a new quilt, Sunflower Whispers Bird Quilt. This is a free pattern on Fat Quarter Shop. I will leave a link in the description box below. And I saw the panels when I was, surfing the quilt shop online site. I just thought it was really cute. And so I bought the Fat Quarter bundle, and so I'm going to use those. These came in the bundle. Notice this is a little different color green. I'm not going to use these ones, but I'm going to try and incorporate the others. I've got Lori Holt's bee gingham and Century Solids. I believe this is ivory. So I'm going to use one of each of these to make flying geese around the 4 panels. And I bought this last year, so there's not really any yardage left, at least at Fat Quarter Shop. I didn't look anywhere else. They had 2 peach ones of yardage. I believe it was this one, and it might be either this one or this one. I can't remember. So I could have done a peach border, but I didn't want a peach border. So I went to our local quilt shop, which is like a half hour away, to see if I could find anything in this color green, and I couldn't, but I did find this for the borders. They had one that matched this yellow even better, but they didn't have enough of it. So, but this is the backing. It'll be fine. Hopefully I can do a self-binding, and this will also be the binding. So what I had planned is, instead of these borders, since this takes yardage, I'm just going to do squares. These are 16 finished. The flying geese are 2x4 finished. And so the squares will be 4-inch finished. So I'll need like 11 of each color to do the border. So let me get these cut up. I'm not going to cut the border yet because I'm still not positive on the squares. So I'm still thinking about that. But this inner part, the flying geese and the panels, I'm positive, and I will need 16 2.5-inch squares, unfinished, of the background to go in the corners. So let me get that cut up, and I will be back. Okay, this is what the panel looks like, and it even has dotted cut lines on here. So I will cut along those lines, and then I will use my ruler to square it up to 16.5 inches. This is a Creative Grids 18.5-inch ruler. If you are a new quilter and just starting to buy your rulers, I personally wish I had bought a 20-inch ruler instead of an 18-inch, because there are some 20.5-inch blocks, unfinished, and that way I wouldn't have to struggle with doing a bigger block. I would have a bigger ruler, and I could always, use it for the smaller ones, but I can't use this for a bigger one. So anyways, that was just something I wish I had done. But let me get this cut, and I will be back. Okay, so I've got my things cut for my flying geese for 4 at a time. I've got the colors cut at 5.5-inch squares, and then these will be the wings, and they are cut at 3-inch squares, and I've already marked them with my 1/2-inch ruler, and I drew on each side of the line, and these will be our sew lines. And I've got 4 of each, so that's why there's 4 piles of each one, because you need 4 of 3-inch squares for one 5.5-inch square. And this is the most work you'll do on the quilt. And these ones are the 16, just regular 2.5-inch squares. So I will show you how to do these. So you're going to take 1 square and 2 of the smaller squares, and you're going to go from corner to corner. Okay, now I'm going to cut in between, and then I will press these open. Okay. What you end up is 2 pieces like this. Then you're going to take this square, put it in the corner, and sew on the lines, and then you can just chain piece these. Okay, and again, you're just going to cut in between the seams. And press them open, trim them, and you will have 4 flying geese. So, I'm going to do all these others off camera, and I will just chain stitch them, and I will be back when they're finished. Okay, I've got all my flying geese trimmed, and what I did is when I ironed, there is one side where the tip is not sewn down. That side I pressed towards the color. That way, when you put the flying geese together, they will nest. So when I put them together like this, they will just go right together and lock into place. And you're going to do 4 strips of 4. Okay, then you are going to press these seams open so that it lays nice and flat. Now for each color, you're going to make 2 strips just like this. And for the other 2 strips, you're going to add a solid background on the end of each. And then those will get pressed towards the end piece. So you will have 2 short ones and 2 long ones of each color. Okay, I have all my flying geese done. I've got my 2 short rows and my 2 long rows in each color. And so now we're going to attach it to the panel. We're going to start with the short rows, and I want the color next to the panel. So we're just going to pin that on there. Okay, and we are going to press the seams towards the panel on all 4 sides. Okay, now we're going to attach our long ones, and we're going to nest these seams right in here. and then finish pinning. We'll do that to the other side. Sew it on, and then press towards the panel, and then we'll move on to the next block. Okay, the next thing I need to do is I need to cut out 4.5-inch squares. I need 11 of each color. And so let me get those cut out, and I will meet you back at the sewing machine. Okay, I've got my squares cut out, and I've got the colors, the order that I want them, and where they're going to go. So I am going to start with rows 1 and 3, because those are the short ones. And I have 10 on the short rows. There's 10 squares. And then the longer rows will have 12 squares. So 10 and 12. So we have 44 squares. So all you do is just put right sides together and sew a seam. Okay, that's how you do the rows. They're just going to press them. You can just press them all to one side because they're not going to nest with anything. And do all 4 rows, and then we will attach them. Okay, the quilt is quilted. It's all finished. I don't know if you can see it. I did some outlining, some stippling. I did some feathers. And then I just did X's here. And of course there's the feathers meet in the middle there and on these triangles. So there's the back. It doesn't show up too much. And I just did a self-binding. I took this binding and I just folded it and then folded it over and sewed it down. So there it is, the Sunflower Whispers quilt. Finishes at like 48 by 48, so it's kind of small. But I'd like to thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time on Nana's Journey.